Hello, hello, brothers and sisters. We have a new show for you today. Thank you very much for the support you're giving us. Before we begin, we'll tell you, if you love the show, click on the subscribe button, okay? Because if you subscribe, we're going to get more viewers and you'll not be able to miss any show. For the show of today, we're going to be smiling because we have a whole lot of good news for you. We have a lot of good news and we know you're going to be very, very happy. For so many years now, we've been reporting on the war in Ambazonia. And some of you have been asking us, what is happening? What is next? Today, you can see that instead of being angry, the way some of you always tell me, today I'm very, very happy. So that's why you see me, I'm smiling. Because I can say convincingly that the way things are turning is bad. It's bad for La République du Cameroun. It's bad for La République du Cameroun. So I'm not going to be frowning today because the news is so good. And I really thank the brave Amba warriors. Things are really changing. Everything I predicted before, it's just like God gave me a crystal ball. I've been seeing it and I've been telling you. La République is finished. La République du Cameroun is finished. I've been seeing pictures of foreigners, mercenaries coming to help them fight. But I told you, this revolution in Ambazonia is a God-ordained revolution. Whenever God is involved in something, don't worry, you may be a Goliath. David will beat you. When I said this many years ago, some of the viewers told me I was crazy. I didn't know what I was talking about. Some politicians in Biya's rogue regime cursed me and insulted me and told me that I'm stupid. Well, I'm not stupid. I've been telling you guys everything because of my knowledge of world history. I know how historical events take place and the way they work things out. I've seen things, and I know also that whenever you're fighting a war, the physical part of it is just physical, but you also have a spiritual dimension. This war in Ambazonia also has a spiritual dimension that most people don't know about. There are so many evil spirits roaming around, walking in the night, and they just want to avenge their deaths. So many people who were killed in innocence, their spirits are walking in the dark, okay? They're walking in the dark until the crimes that were committed against them are purged. How can we purge these crimes? God alone can really help us purge these crimes. So you have Obasanjo, which is another society made up of people. Obasanjo just means God of medicine. Okay, Obasi Njom, God of medicine, which is appearing. You can see that the Obasanjo is a mask, a speaking mask of the Ijakan people. I've talked about Obasanjo many times on this show. Finally, the Obasanjo has come out. Okay? When Obasanjo comes out, it means things are serious. The Obasanjo has come out because God is really angry. God is angry because La République has just become satanic. They have been killing innocent people. In fact, as we're coming to the studio to tape this show, we just received news that a lady in Dop, unarmed, was shot by Paul Biya's militia called B. Why did they shoot this lady? For no good reason. Just because she's an Anglophone and she's in the northwest area. They shot her in cold blood, in broad daylight. So you ask yourself, how can life be so meaningless? How can human beings be so callous? It's because, from what we've understood, this regime lives on blood. It feeds on human blood. Okay? They've made a pact with an Indian goddess who believes in drinking the blood of humans. So the more people they kill, the more blood this Indian goddess has to drink. Okay? So this is really sad when we look at this, but God is really angry. The gods are angry. God is angry, and the gods of the people are also angry. So when the gods are angry, you know that things are bad. As we can tell you in this show of today, we are very, very happy and we can smile. If the people of Ambazonia can just handle things well and they follow the advice I'm going to share on the show of today, their victory is imminent. Victory is certain. As it seems, it looks like Ambazonia war victory is becoming increasingly likely. Increasingly likely.
2021, the ADF Bamenda Brigade, under the leadership of Dr. Chu Ayaba, and then that the Kandang so. And now the Kandang so. The Kandang. That enemy then that the Kandang so.
That's the first one. First one. Second. The last one.
And that too.
Either all the ronda inside. And that. And that. That is a who. That is a who. That.
If they continue doing a few things right, victory is theirs. Now, this war is theirs to lose. From the show of today, you're going to see that things have turned. God has been angry and God has decided to act. Look at General No Pity, who has become Field Marshal No Pity. This week, we can see that they have sent so many B guys to Mbambalang because they want to attack the Mbambalang Marine Force of Field Marshal No Pity. Then a useless guy who calls himself Tupac was making threats against No Pity.
Petit frère, no pity. Na me to pack the talk. Na me to pack the talk, no pity. I just send the voice for you. I want make come you know. Say you small, they never born you. They never born you, idiot. They never born you. Man pikin no the worker for night. And man pikin no the hide for bush. Man pikin the commode. Man pikin the commode the see. Commode fight. Now me to pack the Saudi video, no pity. I go catch you like that. Me to pack, I don't tell you. I the word you go enter Bafusam, enter Douala, enter Bamun side. Petit frère, they never born you. Take time, because you are time the rich. Now me to pack don't send you this audio. Me you know, no pity. Say I did for your back, and I go catch you.
But as we're coming to the studio to tape the show of today, we were just greeted by some good news. They were saying that General Vale Nka, the architect of this war, the man who has said he's going to clean Bamenda, he's going to clean everything. We hear the Ambazonian guys have gotten him. They got him. We hear as we speak, he was in an armored car, well secured, and the Ambazonian, the restoration forces, blew this armored car. So right now, Mr. Vale Nka is in a hospital in Douala fighting for his life. Some people say he's in a coma, but we don't really have the right intelligence right now. We've asked our people to dish this information to us so that we can really know what is happening. So it looks like most of the people in Ambazonia are saying their prayers have been answered. General Vale Nka is in a coma. Who is going to replace him? This is a guy who said it's a cakewalk. He's going to crush all the Amba forces. But this was a mistake. We've said it many times on this show that war is not good. Whenever you are a warmonger, you pay for it. He who lives by the sword dies by the sword. That's the message General Vale Nka needs to learn. Instead of preaching peace and unity, he's preaching war. He's telling his military bosses that the war will be won by La République. Who in the world has ever won a civil war? Nobody. Nobody is ever a victor. Everybody loses. But Vale Nka is saying he's going to win. With his forces, he's going to win. But the more we see what is happening in this part of the world, we see that they are losing the war. They are losing the war every day. General Vale Nka now is hospitalized, and without whether he's going to be able to make it. He tries to show bravery, but who is losing? He's the one now down. Who is going to take over I know they're going to try to shuffle the decks and bring somebody to take over from General Valenka. But already the Ambazonian Restoration Forces, God is fighting for them. God is fighting this war for them. When we look at the bravery of Field Marshal Nopiri, Field Marshal of Lebialem, so all the actors in Ambazonia are doing things very well. Okay? We can see that even Sisiku Ayuktabe, he's in jail in Kondengi, but he's not just sleeping in the prison cell. He's trying to reach out to his people in Nigeria who are refugees. You can see pictures of what Sisiku Ayoktabe has been able to send to his people, the word of encouragement he shares with them, food, he gives food to them, so you can see the videos.
We are about to thank our leadership in jail for the kind gesture they did for us, the refugees in the Adagom 1, Adagom 3, and Okindi camp. For this kind gesture, we are here to say a very big thank you to them. And we continue to pray for them, for God to give them strength and empower them in all their endeavors. That God guide and protect them in jail as they serve Ambazonia. Thank them very much. The refugees have received their package and they are so excited, they are happy about it, and they too are extending their greetings to the leadership in jail.
Similarly, it looks like Sako Ikome Samuel is also doing his best to help. You can see his diplomatic moves in Brazil. We don't take sides. And then, of course, some of the guys who are Ayabacho's supporters, they've been taking us to task, especially the last week. They felt like we're praising other people and we're not praising Ayabacho this time. So let us stop. We're a news channel. We do not like to deal with factions in Ambazonia. We don't like the fact that our people are divided. If we are going to win this war, it behooves our people to understand that we have to be united. Without unity, the victory that you are seeing in the horizon will evaporate. It will become like a mirage. So if you want this victory to materialize, you need to change your ways. Stop, even if you love Ayabacho as your leader, that's fine. Nobody is telling you not to show love for Ayabacho. Even if you love Sako Ikome as your leader, it's fine. Show support for Sako Ikome. If you love Sisiku as your leader, we encourage you to show support for Sisiku. But just understand that you have a common cause. The Ambazonian restoration of independence is your cause. It's not something for an individual. It's bigger than one person. I remember when Sisiku Ayoktabe used to be out, when he was not in jail, when he used to visit the United States, he used to talk about how big the revolution is. It is not a one-man show. He is just one guy, but the nation is bigger. We are trying to build a new nation. We don't want to build a nation on personality cult, okay? We want to build a nation based on powerful institutions, based on a country with division of power, where one person doesn't behave like a strong person. Why are you leaving La République, then you're trying to build another country that's La République? Does it make sense? No. Most of the people are clamoring for independence because they are looking for a new country where there's freedom, a new country where there is peace and prosperity, a new country where no one person is a big man who dominates the political life of the nation. If you believe in the dream of a new land, a promised land, a paradise of Ambazonia, then keep your love for your leaders in check. And we'll also encourage most of the leaders. Encourage your people not to show enmity to other leaders. They should show love for you, but they should understand that the Ambazonian cause is like a team of soccer, okay? African football. In a team of soccer, you always have 11 players. One player cannot make a team. So if you love Ayabacho is just one player. He may be a center forward, but he alone cannot play. He cannot handle the goalposts, okay? So he needs other players to work together in order to score and win the match. Similarly, Sako Ikome Samuel cannot be a lone player in a team. He needs other guys to play in this team and win. So if the people of Ambazonia want to win this war, it behooves them to start thinking in the form of a team, okay? So let's begin by putting the responsibility on the leaders. Talk to your guys, let them understand that it's the team effort, okay? So when you guys write to us, we like to receive comments from our viewers, and we respect you as viewers, but we're telling you sincerely what can really take the Ambazonian cause forward. In order for this cause to move forward, you have to start working in a team. Whether you like each other or not, just know that the nation is bigger than the problems of one individual, okay? Look at even the fighting forces on the ground, the Ambazonian Restoration Forces. They are winning today because they've learned to start collaborating to work in a team manner, in a team spirit. When they work in a team spirit, they have a lot of victories. They are scoring victories every day. You look at the catalog of victories we are receiving. Why did Fima Shanopiri become a haunted man? It's because La République has been brought to its knees. Fima Shanopiri has brought La République to its knees. And they're looking for him everywhere in Bambalang. They cannot find him. They've brought all those big armored vehicles. And that's why General Valenka has almost lost his life, because he's spending time looking for Fima Shanopiri. His actions are everywhere. You can see the deeds of Fima Shanopiri. He doesn't just talk. He does it big. Okay? Then look at Manyu. We also salute the brave guys from Manyu. Manyu is where I come from, and I know my people. Look at the pictures. They have their signs, the Manyu Restoration Forces. Look at what they did to a timber factory. They damaged the whole thing. They damaged the vehicles. They damaged the buildings. So this is a form of economic sabotage, and it's working. Economic sabotage means after taking our timber for more than 20 years and exploiting this timber and paying us nothing, we are preventing them from getting this money any longer. So who is losing? La République is losing, because their coffers are going to dry up. There will be no more money in those coffers coming from the exploitation of our timber. And we salute the Manyu Restoration Forces for a job well done. This is really serious bravery. And these young people have really tried. They must be praised because they are doing great. Okay? So you can see the action everywhere. It is not limited only to these Manyu guys. You can even see vehicles, even the B. They are just confused. Sometimes confusion is within their ranks now because they don't know what to do. They realize that they are really losing this war, so they are just confused. They don't know what to do. You sent us a video showing an accident that happened to the B guys. You can see them picking pieces. It tore everything apart. Who is doing all of this? God is working behind the scenes for the people of Ambazonia. Don't you think this is just something natural? This war has taken a spiritual dimension. Now things are happening in the supernatural realm. God is fighting for you. So don't think you guys are doing all these things with your own power. It is the power of the supernatural. God is working to help you win these victories. So if you continue to believe in God, if you continue to trust in God, then you will continue scoring all these victories. Okay? Because our people have suffered for too long. You look at this day, we just got the sad news. A lady, an armed lady from Dub, just been shot in cold blood. Is that good? That's not good. And you can see more accidents happening. Okay? We're not going to tolerate that. Even look at even our children. You sent us another video. Young children are playing games. These are war games. Children should have innocence. But now they are singing songs of experience. Okay? They are now children of war. Their lives have been destroyed by this war. So when you look at even the games the children are playing, they are all games of war. And you will have videos to show you how these kids are playing these games. It really hurts when you see that this is what is happening. For so many years, the people who have been feeling the pain of losing people have been our people. But things are shifting. The tide is turning. You can see so many people who were sent off from Bali, B elements and police officers who were killed in Bali. And they have to organize their funerals in Yaoundé. You look at the police college, you can even see the pictures. It's a big celebration. By organizing this celebration, it is a tacit admission of weakness. They have lost the war, and now their people know it. They may not be saying it because they are afraid of Mr. Biya's army, but they are already saying that, yes, they are losing the war. Somebody once told me that, oh, in the Francophone area, you don't even know that there's any war going on. Well, that is changing. People now are getting to know that there's a war going on because there are more pictures of coffins coming to Yaoundé, the central region. The pictures are coming there. The people are seeing it. So the people are not stupid. When you see it, the people are not stupid. So we just want our people to start learning from the lessons that I'm sharing. The American War of Independence can also teach us many lessons about this war, how we can continue. We've mentioned some points already. Just the way the Americans did it. You want to believe and trust in God. That's one of the first things I will tell you. You want to believe in God and trust in God, and God will fight for you. Look at what Israel has always done. They always, even though they may complain about Jesus, but they always believe in God. So when you believe in God, you're fighting for the glory of God. God would work with you. La République is Sodom and Gomorrah. So I don't think God wants to fight for such people. God wants to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. So that's what is going to happen. God will destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. So it's just now time for our people to start building a professional army. Let them take the time. Let them not slack. Let them take this opportunity where the enemy is wounded to start building a professional army. A professional army can only come into being if the people start cooperating. What did George Washington do in the United States? In the American War of Independence of 1775, George Washington was asked to build a new army. And he just tried to get militias from local areas, put them together to form a band. And when you look at the facts of the American Civil War, George Washington lost too many battles. But losing battles is not really the case. It's winning the war. He kept the spirit of revolution alive, and they kept proceeding in their campaign. Then eventually, the British had to give up. They started building alliances, which is why if your leaders are building alliances, you should really encourage them and be happy with these alliances. So when you look at La République, so much is happening, and what do you say? A nice story which we see from La République is about Thomas Essomba. Thomas Essomba is a boxer. You can see that he too had to run away from this devilish country to build a new future somewhere else. As a boxer, an Olympic winner, champion, he could not really see how he will return to La République du Cameroon. So he had to stay now in Sheffield, England, to build a new career. So this week, most of the Western media is filled with pictures of Thomas Essomba telling his story, his rise from an asylum seeker to a British citizen. So this also is a very, very positive story, which we've decided to share with you. But we're letting you know that things are not going on well for La République du Cameroon. Things will even get worse. We have so many pictures that we're really sharing with you, and we think you should really appreciate some of these pictures because they really tell a good story. So now we have so much that we can share with you on La République. You can see the pictures. They are gory. But before we end the show, we want to also highlight what is happening in other countries. We will not leave without talking about Nigeria.
Hey, yo, Shape, I thought you was going to take me to this place so I could get my taxes done. You know I'm trying to buy a new house. What's up?
Let's get it on. If you're searching for a house, call up my man Prince Ojong, the best in real estate. Take it from your guy Shape. When I say his services are the best in the states, word is born. He even take care of your tax forms, fat refunds. So come, get your business done. Consultations, financial organization, fast processing, no waiting. This man is amazing. The Prince.
Act now and call Prince Ojong at 240-350-1131. That's 240-350-1131.
There have been an interview of IBB, Ibrahim Babangida, the former president of Nigeria. He actually staged a coup d'etat and overthrew Muhammad Buhari. So he was able to speak this week. Arise TV was also airing the interview of Babangida. True, he talks about national unity, but good governance is the only way you can bring about national unity. People will always talk about breaking from Nigeria if they are not happy with the government. The government is not giving them what they want, so they will continue protesting. So you cannot just force them to be in a united Nigeria if you are not addressing the causes of these separate feelings. The feeling of wanting to form a separate country is because the people are unhappy. So when I look at what Babangida was saying, I just laughed because I said politicians are always afraid. They don't want to say something wrong and get Mr. Buhari angry. But the truth about it is they need to do what they can to stop this insecurity in Nigeria. Because even Babangida was criticizing Buhari for not doing enough to handle insecurity, and even criticized Buhari on corruption. When he was in power, he claimed he did as much as he could to make sure that his ministers were not stealing. But Buhari is not really doing much to prevent his ministers from stealing. So you have more and more problems going on. Then from Nigeria now, we're going to also look at South Africa. We've been following the story of Jacob Zuma, who was in prison. This week, we understand that he's been allowed to go out and get some form of medical treatment because he's been sick. And the government of Cyril Ramaphosa is very, very civil, and they wanted Mr. Jacob Zuma to get some treatment, medical treatment. So we like this, and we think we salute what is happening. Then Zimbabwe, we see some videos where I think one of our viewers sent us a picture of Zimbabwe. You see where people are talking about corruption. Zimbabwe too is another country where you have corruption. Then of course, we want to also focus your attention on Zambia. We have some young girls who are dramatizing the story of corruption. When you watch this, it will take you to the end of the show. You watch the corruption in Zambia, the way it is dramatized by these young ladies. As they say, sometimes when a subject is very serious, you make fun out of it. So you even enjoy it. So take a minute and watch this video.
Corruption this, corruption that, corruption there, corruption here, corruption. What about it? Show me corruption and I'll show you the culprits. Yes, they're corrupt, but who do they corrupt? Yes, they're corrupt, but who corrupts them? Well, corruption is not only practiced by the politicians and the businessmen. It is also the culture of almost every Zambian. In fact, on behalf of all the youths whom our elders claim to be the future leaders of our country, it's time to take a radical approach towards the transformation of all Zambians in order to deal with this pandemic called corruption. It is important for every Zambian to understand that we cannot take this country to the next level until we make a deliberate decision to destroy all the corrupt and anti-progressive practices in our various fields of work. We call upon each and every one of us to run an introspection about our daily lives. How many of us can be comfortable and transparent enough to disclose the source of our success? How did you win that contract? How did you get that job? How did you acquire your driver's license? How did you get that promotion? How did you get those high grades at college? And how do you always find yourself at the front of every long queue? Every successful corruption practitioner started their grooming from somewhere.
Thank you for watching the video on Zambia. We've come to the end of our show, but we're asking you, subscribe, 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 subscribe. Don't fail to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Then share the show with so many of your friends, okay? Thank you very much.
Is your EMR EHR COVID-19 ready? If not, you do not know what you are missing. Why do you suffer in silence? Be smart. Turn to Alexia HTC today. Alexia HTC is the leader in virtual solution and communication technology in these times of pandemic crisis. When the unexpected happens, who are you going to call? Alexia HTC. Come and see how Alexia HTC Cloud Communications are enabling your fellow healthcare providers to consult with patients virtually and making big money. Alexia HTC also enables your employees to work remotely during the COVID-19 crisis. Are your employees safe? Do not jeopardize the health and safety of your patients and practice. What can Alexia HTC do for you? Alexia HTC is the new Colossus, the sister of physicians, who gives you back liberty, that is, the freedom to practice medicine your way. Vivacious virtual visits wherever you please. Amazing e-prescribing. Quick access to patient information. Easy access to medical records from other providers. Rapid drug allergy checks. Integrated lab tests and results. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled doctors yearning to breathe free. The wretched refuse of your greedy corporations. Send these, the homeless, tempest-tossed physicians, to me. I give them the refuge. The happy home of Alexia HTC. Act now. Browse alexiahtc.com or call 240-350-1131.
Medical practice software is too old. Indeed, all the programs are built on MUMPS, technology of the 1950s, and the programs cost too much money. Epic and Cerner cost billions of dollars. Meditech costs thousands of dollars too. In fact, that's why we created alexiahtc.com, a new and free EMR/EHR for doctors. alexiahtc.com is built for HIPAA. Yes, magical one-screen technology, ease of use, quick charting, amazing e-prescribing, tight labs integration, multi-office difference, because we believe doctors and patients need a break today. Be the first to test drive alexiahtc.com. You have nothing to lose, you have everything to gain. Act now. Call 240-350-1131. Alexia Care Corporation at alexiahtc.com. Selling a service or a product? Need buyers? Use the African Nation TV as a channel to reach many viewers. Act now and call Prince Ojong at 240-350-1131. That's 240-350-1131. Act today.